you talking about a guy from Alabama. I remember the day that he got there. I do remember that because, I remember my dad was like, yeah, they're about to win some national championships. Because at the time I was 2007, and it was January 3rd, 2007. I was in the seventh grade. So, I just remember that day and people talking about it at school, people talking about it the next day at school, our coaches at school talking about it, all the parents talking about it. And it was a big deal. And, I remember to this day, remember my sister going off to college, and she went to the University of Alabama, and she actually worked in the recruiting office with Saban and those people and those staff. So my whole family is Alabama fans. Like, two sisters who graduated from Bama. I got a brother there right now. Cousins Bama fans. Dad big Bama fan and whatnot. So I kind of grew up around it. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit sour because Alabama was the home state, and they didn't want me to play quarterback or receiver there. They actually recruited me to play safety there. So I was kind of like, man, I was just like everybody else, like all the Auburn fans. They cheat. Nobody cares about Bama. Whatever. They lie in recruiting. So I was just like everybody else. Didn't like them. Didn't like Nick Saban for whatever reason, for no reason, just being a kid, a naive kid. Until I got the chance to get into college and go to Kentucky. And I remember watching that week playing Bama. I remember watching the film. And I remember this like yesterday. We got our iPads. We're watching the film. And I remember saying, man, like, what are they doing that we're not doing? Like it just looks different. It pops out on the screen. And obviously we know I unfortunately got injured that game. We know how that game went. Fast forward to 2017, spring of 2017, the semester that I graduated college, I decided to get into high school coaching. And I remember now starting to appreciate Nick Saban for what he's doing. I went from not liking him, you didn't recruit me, and you beat me when I was in college, to now I start to appreciate it because I'm a coach now. And I appreciate you have to respect excellence. Year in and year out, you know what you get from Nick Saban's team. Very little discipline issues and a lot of success. That spells good coaching. That spells good leadership. So, I started to appreciate that. And now, fast forward to now, and he's retiring. And I know multiple people who I've grown up with who played for him. I know people who coached under him. I know people who coached under him till today. And people that I know personally. And I just think it's fascinating, man, how fast time flies and kind of the impact that he's made, and he don't even know that he's made on people that he don't remember, or he don't know at all. So that's just the power of athletics. I think that's the power of great coaching. I think that's the power of great leadership. And I'm actually going to miss watching football with my family on Saturdays and watching a Nick Saban coach team. I'm going to miss that because it's never going to be the same. And there's nowhere to go but down, unfortunately, for that program. And I'm not saying they're going to tank. I'm just saying that instead of making it to the national championship game, 3 out of the past 6 years, they may make it 1 out of 6 or 1 out of 7. Or if that, they may make the SEC championship, 1 out of 6 years now. And that's still pretty good, but he's set the bar so high that you just can't attain it. We would be shocked to see somebody come in there and do half of what he did. I think if they do, then that's very, very impressive. So, shout out to Nick Saban, man. And like I said, I spent many of hours watching his clinics and DVDs or whatnot, trying to figure out, defense and learn more defense. I remember watching all of his Saturday night, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday interviews that he's done. And I've been doing this for like 6 or 7 years, guys, watching interviews every week, just trying to pick up as much as I can from him too, because I help lead young men now. I coach young men now. I train young men. And who's better to learn from than him when it comes to that? So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate, the knowledge. I appreciate, just the stuff that I've learned from afar. And I'm sure he'll greatly be